gym. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna start the stream. I gotta change the title real quick. Maybe I'm just coming in really quiet. Give me a minute. Let me work with the sound here. Alright, hold on. With the sound. I don't really know what changed about the sound, why the gain volume's so loud, but let me just keep adjusting it until it sounds normal. Because normally I just have it on the default and it's been working fine, but... Okay, this should be okay. So we'll go ahead and get started. Alright, we left off in Vermilion City, which is the second city of the game, but coincidentally it is also where the final gym leader is located. Let me bring up my team chart here. We still have to go grab an ability for Charizard right outside of Celadon City, or Cerulean City, which is the fourth city in the game. And the best way for us to do that at this point is to fly there. So we'll need to catch a Pidgey or something that's capable of flying, since I miss... I planned a team based on yellow as opposed to blue, so Charizard couldn't learn fly, and that kind of threw off the end game goal of having fly in our team. So anyway, we're going to fight all the trainers inside of this gym to get the experience. At this point, everyone's pretty evened out in terms of level. I think Hitmonchan's just slightly behind. Be nice if we could land a freezing hit here. Okay, this could be potentially problematic, but Hitmonchan's defense is okay. It's going to give him extra chance to hit a critical hit. We could just freeze him. Okay, he used a karate chop, which is a normal type attack, so that's not really going to hit very hard anyway. Of course, if he gets 2 criticals off. He did use focus energy, so... leave Hitmonchan out. Ugh, a 3rd critical? Alright, I'll just finish it off with Haunter's fine, because if they keep using Karate Chop, it's not going to affect them anyway. I'll just go ahead and use Thunderbolt to be safe. Night Slash is probably enough damage to take him out, but... or Night Shade, not Night Slash. Nice, Hitmonchan's 42. He's going to learn Thunder Punch at 43, and that'll be one of his last moves. To take this out quick, we'll just do Clefable. Of course, there's always some risk with this. Clefable knows Psychic, which is super effective and deals a lot of damage, but Clefable is also only normal type since this is Generation 1, so if Machoke used a pretty high damaging fighting type move, that'd be really problematic. Nice, 44. I think it seems kind of like a waste. That's okay. We have items. We'll heal up Hitmonchan manually. I was gonna say we can go heal up, but I don't really need to use the extra time to do that. We can just use an item. Strange that there's an item in this gym here. Alright. Got this guy, and then there's 3 more trainers down there to the southwest. Alright, Hitmonchan should be fine here, unless he misses. This Ice Punch should be super effective. We always have that chance to freeze too, which is nice. Nice. Make it out of this fight unscathed. Why does Cool Trainer have a whip? Not particularly. Same strategy. Ice Punch should be super effective, although I can never remember. I always want to say that ice is strong on ground. Okay, it is. For some reason I feel like I've been proven wrong with that before, but I don't know. Slash has an increased chance to get critical hits, so not surprising there. We'll just stick to Hitmonchan. He's actually getting quite a bit more exposure than I was thinking he would, but that's good, because as I said, he's slightly behind everyone else right now. As long as we can hit this attack. There. Nice. 3 trainers down, a few more to go. Guess we'll leave Hitmonchan out front, although now that he doesn't have any PP with Ice Punch, his usefulness is kind of dropped off. Once he hits 43, we'll switch him out and put Beedrill or something up front. Comet Punch can hit for a decent amount of damage, but its accuracy is so low, and you kind of have to rely on getting a lucky roll because it hits for anywhere between 2 to 5 turns. Obviously, the more turns the more times that it hits, the more damage it does. I didn't mean to say turns, I meant times. Alright, well the burn will finish him off. He's going to deal whatever his level is in damage to me. He's not level 60, so it's not going to defeat me. Alright, I'll let Hitmonchan take the experience here, but we're going to switch. I kind of have to use Clefable. In a normal team, I'd like to have Fly, which would give me sort of a backup option in terms of having an attack that's super effective against fighting types, but because of the mishap that I described earlier, we don't have that luxury. Okay, so Hitmonchan's 43, he's going to learn Thunder Punch. We definitely want to teach him that. Get rid of Agility. Nice. His 4th move is Submission, and we'll get the TM for that in Victory Road, which will be coming up after Giovanni. Actually, there's another rival battle too, in between now and then. A Charizard out front. Went out and played a lot of Pokemon Go today because of the events going on in Chicago. I heard the event itself didn't go as planned, but I don't know, I still had a lot of fun playing today. Must have caught 200 Pokemon. Walked around for a few hours. Alright, another trainer down. Dead end here. No hidden items or anything. So now we need to go to the left. Like we're going here, and there'll be a trainer in front of us. Must be another cool trainer since he mentioned the whip. I don't know why the... Oh, okay, no. More than one, a tamer and a cool trainer both have whips. Why is that a thing? A lot of our Pokemon can make pretty quick work of poison types at this point. I don't have a fighting type attack right now, so I kind of have to rely on non-super effective attacks when taking out these tanky normal types. Tauros is pretty tanky and has a pretty high special stat, so it's not a bad member of your team. Of course you have to catch it in Safari Zone, but it's not a bad member of your team like for moves like Thunderbolt and stuff like that. I believe I do have another team backup that includes Tauros. Got another trainer here. Can't wait to replace Ember with Charizard. Ember is very weak. It's like 40 power or something. Soon enough, I think it's level 48, we'll get Flamethrower. I do have the TM for Fire Blast, but I don't like to use moves that have low accuracy. It's the same reason I use Thunderbolt instead of Thunder. They stand to potentially deal a lot more damage, but at the cost of almost never hitting. I think this is the final trainer before we can fight Giovanni. I don't really think we need to heal up. We're gonna be fine. Nidorino is poison type, so ground is going to be super effective. Same goes for Nidoking. Surf would also be super effective if I decided to throw my Nidoking out. So would Ice Beam. Yeah, actually my Nidoking would have Earthquake, Ice Beam, and Surf, and all would be super effective. Alright, done with that guy. Alright, so now that that guy is out of the way, you have to move him down. And now we can go back up to the right side of the gym. I believe. Yeah, you have to go all the way to the top on the right side of the gym. And then you can go down that path that he was previously blocking. That's how you reach Giovanni. Right? What am I doing? What am I doing wrong here? No, okay. Saw the solution the wrong way. Either way, you have to go to the left to move that trainer out of the way. So. And then we have to go down here. Previously that trainer was standing, he was standing here and blocking the way. So here we go. Now we're gonna fight Giovanni for our last badge of the game. He's kind of challenging in that his team is diverse, but we're still going to make pretty quick work of him. Put him on clown status. head of Team Rocket. Yeah, I don't know why he has a Rhyhorn instead of a Rhydon. Even in the TV show, he's got a Rhydon. Make quick work of this Rhydon. I don't remember all of his Pokemon. I do know he has a Nidoking, and I thought he had a Rhydon, but he has a Rhyhorn, so... Alright, Dugtrio. Let's let Nidoking make work of that one. Now, if Dugtrio decided to use Dig or Earthquake, that could be problematic, but I think we'll be... Oh, okay, well, he used Dig. If I had a Flying-type Pokemon, which I do, we can switch to Charizard, and Dig can't hit him because he's Flying-type, so... I guess if he used an item on a Pokemon like that, it actually stalls the Dig another turn. That's okay. I'll just move myself out of the way. Set him for a Seismic Toss. Oh no, I already went back and got this TM. Okay, so we don't need to do that. We don't need to go back and do that tonight. Seismic Toss is a fighting type move, but it always deals damage equal to your level. Therefore, the typing of the attack doesn't actually make any difference. So the difference between Nidoking and Nidoqueen, for the most part they can learn the same TMs, but Nidoking has a higher attack stat and Nidoqueen has a higher defense stat. Yes, Tail Whip. I don't know what its moveset is, but I guarantee that Tail Whip was the worst choice. Alright, 44, nice. Okay, so he's got Nidoking and Nidoqueen. Now, hopefully mine is faster. Yeah, we can tell here because mine is nicknamed the King. If it just said Nidoking, it could be... Got him. Alright, nice. That critical hit might have just saved us, because if he had used Earthquake, it might have been enough to kill me. Okay, here's his Rhydon. Let's see. Oh, that's fine. We can leave at Nidoking. I guess he's already a little bit ahead in experience, so that's okay. Ice Beam always has that chance to freeze, which is nice, because then he wouldn't actually even be able to fight back. There you go. Unless I hit him with the Fire-type attack, he will not be unfrozen. So that was Giovanni. Alright, that's the final badge, so all Pokemon will listen. $27. Fissure, no, okay, we don't want to use that. There are a few moves like Fissure. There's, the one that Kingler knows, and now I can't remember the name of it. What is it called? Guillotine. Yeah, Guillotine and Fissure have a chance to, like, instantly kill whatever Pokemon you're against. But it has like a 10 or 30% accuracy or something. It's really low. So typically by the time you would actually get it to work, your Pokemon would probably already be dead. Unless you're really lucky. I think the level difference between you and the Pokemon you're using it on also comes into effect. So you can't just throw out a level 1 Pokemon and expect Fissure to kill a level 99 Pokemon. Alright, we have another rival battle as we go out of town to the west, which is the direction that the Elite Four is in Victory Road. Let me take a look at the team real quick, make sure we're not missing any TMs before we go ahead and get started over here. Cancel fly. Okay. Nope, we're set, and I think we landed on just keeping Slash with Charizard since that has the extra chance to do critical hits anyway. Even though it's just a normal type attack, he doesn't really learn any good alternatives. Toxic was a potential, but we already taught that to Beedrill anyway. This is actually where you catch Nidoran, male and female, in both games, like these patches of grass right over here. Right at the beginning of the game. Depending on whether you're playing red or blue, the male or female, one of them will be more common. Alright, so here's the rival battle. He's actually going to be far more difficult than Giovanni is. Alright, so first up is Pidgeot. We're going to do Slash, hope to get an early critical in, but even then it didn't deal that much damage. His Pokemon are actually higher level than mine. Criticals are nice though. Fortunately, Whirlwind and Roar doesn't seem to work in in battles in Generation 1. Unlike later games, so it would just switch you out to something random. It just never seems to hit in this game. Another Rhyhorn. We've dealt with plenty of these at this point. We can actually even have Hitmonchan take care of this. Using Ice Punch. And again, there's always that off chance we'll freeze it. Doesn't look like it's going to be a case here, but one more hit should finish it off. Nice. Alright, Growlithe. What do we want to use here? Use Nidoking, that's fine. Yeah, I'm looking at Charizard's moveset now, and I think Slash is probably just going to be the best option. Unless any viewers have a particular preference. If you want to look on IGN, they've got a page for red, blue, and yellow for all the Pokemon. But I don't really see any possible alternatives, other than, like I said, Toxic, which I've already used on Beedrill, so you can only use a TM once in this game, so that's not even an option. Alright, I've been seeded. I'm just going to surf here. I'm actually going to heal up after this. Pokemon centers are few and far between, and we're not going to hit another Pokemon center after Vermilion City until we reach the Elite Four. The Pokemon Plateau. Alright, Alakazam is level 50. There's no possible way that Beedrill is going to outspeed it. Okay, well it's dead. But I was hoping if he didn't use a Psychic type attack, we would have been able to actually get some good damage in, but the Beedrill does not survive this. Alright. Alakazam is always a problem. The best thing I can do now is keep just spamming Dig with Charizard to get out of the way. I don't think this will kill him, but it's always going to hit hard, whether it's super effective or not. And I've got a Clefable that has Psychic, but compared to Alakazam using it, I mean, it's nothing. It's weird that he just used a regular potion. Anyway, okay, Alakazam's out of the way. We almost got him in one hit, but he was left with a sliver of health. Alright, Blastoise. Bring out Haunter for that, now that Beedrill's out of the picture. Although Hitmonchan might have been able to do it too, with Thunder Punch, but I don't know, that Blastoise is level 53. Ideally, when you're going into the Elite Four, you want to have your Pokemon around level 60. We'll see how we fare. I'm going to try to minimize the amount of grinding we have to do, but I can't guarantee we're going to be able to skip grinding altogether. Alright, so we just beat Rash. Alright, let's go heal up, especially with Beedrill being dead. Like, Charizard's moveset isn't terrible. It can learn Dig, which obviously we taught it, Earthquake, Toxic, a bunch of the TMs, or HMs rather. Submission, which is a decent fighting move with some recoil, but we were going to teach that to Hitmonchan. And then really, other than that, just a bunch of regular normal attacks. It can learn Fissure. Not gonna mess around with Fissure though. And Dragon Rage, but Dragon Rage isn't good because I think in Generation 1 it only deals 20 damage. Later on, in the later generations, that was increased to 40, but obviously while that's really good early game, you know, you can take out a lot of the Pokemon in one hit with 40 damage, but late game it's kind of worthless. And like I said, in this game it's 20 damage, so it's completely worthless. Alright, so that was the last sort of normal game rival battle. Alright, here we go through the Elite Four. Elite Four, you can catch certain Pokemon. Well, not the Elite Four, I mean Victory Road. You can catch certain Pokemon along this path, but I don't think any of them are unique. Like, you can find them in other places in the game. Just have to pass by all these guys. There are some items hidden in here. I want to say, for some reason I thought there was an item hidden around here somewhere. Maybe not. Okay. Yeah, there are items sort of strewn throughout Victory Road. Yeah, but you're gonna need Pokemon that know all the HMs aside from Flash. There are no trainers until we get into Victory Road. Which, as a kid, might have seemed daunting, but when I went back and played it a few months ago, I found that Victory Road really isn't all that bad. We're full on items. Yeah, we actually have a few things we could throw in the bank right now anyway. It's fine. We'll just use our calcium-like items. So I have a Carbos, which I believe is speed. I'm going to look them up because I can never remember. I want to make sure I use them on the proper Pokemon. Alright, yeah, Carbos is speed, Iron is defense, and Calcium is special. Well, it says special attack on the site, but really it's just special everything. For special, we kind of have to go Clefable. That makes the most sense. For speed, we're gonna go Beedrill. And for Iron, which is defense, I say Nidoking. That frees up 3 inventory slots there. Could go with dropping off the rest of those items, but come on, just turn around and don't take the step. Why are you doing this? There we go. Alright, here we go. Back on the road. This is just a check that... It's a sort of checkpoint system to make sure you've beaten all 8 gym leaders before you can approach the Elite Four. Even if you're not standing next to those guys, it's sort of like a... It's just a horizontal line. If you try to pass by the horizontal line that they're standing on, you'll get stopped. To check to see that you have the badge. Alright. That's sort of the preliminary part there. And now this is going to be Victory Road. I want to use a max repel, but we need to defeat these Pokemon for the experience, so we're just gonna have to kind of go through and fight off a bunch of stuff. If we, like, our Pokemon is starting to get pretty weak and low PP, low health all around, I'll use a repel just to sort of temporarily stave off the hordes of wild Pokemon that exist in Victory Road, but really we want to fight quite a few of them. I think this is an item. No? No item there? Okay. Anyway, if you see that blue circular switch there, that's sort of how Victory Road works. You have to push those large rocks to the switches, and that opens up parts of the map. There are trainers here. By the time you reach Generation 3, I think there weren't any trainers. That varies by generation later on, but Generation 3 doesn't have any trainers in the Victory Road. A lot of the later games will have a healer about 2/3 of the way through as well. Because it's the most challenging part of the game in terms of having to go a long time without being able to heal. Because in some of the other dungeons, like, you know, Team Rocket Headquarters, we could just leave and heal up if we wanted to. But here you have to actually go through the entire thing without healing, at least once, because once you reach the Elite Four, or the Indigo Plateau, you're allowed to fly there if you have fly, which of course we don't. So you really only have to go through this trek once. But if you see that square tile above me right now, the switch will cause that to despawn. Alright. Almost have this rock in place. Some of these Pokemon you'll notice are pretty similar to those that we encountered in Rock Tunnel. Such as Onyx and Geodude there. Now we did encounter a Machoke, that would be a Machop in Rock Tunnel, but either way there's some pretty big similarities. Golbat, naturally. It wouldn't be a cave or a dungeon if it didn't have Zubat or Golbat in it. I'd rather take Wing Attack than Confusion. I'm sure that Charizard's actually the best Pokemon to have out front. It's not terrible, but... What? Watching something? I'll put Hitmonchan up front, give him an opportunity to get some experience. Oh, whoops, I didn't really mean to do that. If you notice, there's nothing you can do with this once you move it that way. It's actually more of a way to quickly get out. So here's our first trainer. The trainers in Victory Road start to get a bit more serious than the rest of the games. That doesn't mean that they're like pro trainers, but they are a bit more difficult than some of the other stuff we've encountered. What's nice about the 3 special type punches that Hitmonchan has is that Ice has a chance to freeze, Thunder Punch has a chance to paralyze, and Fire Punch has a chance to burn. Because we're hitting this guy for so weak. Persian isn't even that tanky, it's just Hitmonchan hits for that little. Because these 3 punches use his special stat as opposed to his physical stat, which is relatively low. If only this thing would be frozen. Alright, well, I think I'm just gonna have to switch to something else to finish off this Persian, as ridiculous as that is. We're gonna have to make use of some of our hyper potions in here. Yes, why wouldn't I give it 5? Victory Road's always a pain. But as you can see, both of these this trainer's Pokemon are evolved. Persian's tanky and Ninetales can hit pretty hard, so... Got a few extra Poke there because the Persian had used Payday. We'll fight this. Fortunately, Rock is actually weak to ground. Onyx is rock and ground. So, Earthquake is going to be super effective. While I can remember to do so, I'm going to use a Hyper Potion on Hitmonchan. Soon enough, we'll be using one on Charizard too, but for now he's okay. He has way more health than Hitmonchan does, so... I'm going to start skipping these Onyxes. While they are worth like 800 experience, comparatively speaking, Golbats and Machokes are worth more experience, so... Ice and Fire will both be super effective. We'll stick to Ice, that way Freeze is a better effect than Burn, so... Yeah, I hit pretty hard. Alright, nice. Got him before he could do another attack. While Hitmonchan could do Thunder Punch, Haunter's just going to be far more efficient at taking this guy out. I like to just attempt to Hypnosis at the beginning of a fight with Haunter, even if I'm not going to be using Dream Eater, just to have that chance to not take any more damage. This third Pokemon's going to be Charmeleon. Yep. This trainer is the second form of all of the starters. Let's see. I got Clefable. Gonna have to stick to Bubble Beam, which isn't as powerful as Surf, but Clefable could use some experience, so... Nice. Charizard. Okay. The medium form of the 3 starters, and then Charizard for whatever reason. Why does it know Ember? Because mine knows Ember too. I guess it's not high enough level. Mine also knows Slash. Unfortunately, Clefable's defense stat is lower than her special, so when she gets hit with physical attacks like that, it actually can do a significant amount of damage. Alright. There's some fancy rock moving we have to do here to ensure that we can actually get this item here. Yeah, you have to make a choice. For now, I mean you can come back and get the other one. Alright, we got rare candy. I don't remember what the other item is. We'll figure it out soon enough. We'll come back and grab that item. Because submission is in this dungeon somewhere. I just can't remember where. We're also going to be able to find Mole Trace in here, and we can give it a few shots for catching that. There is another fighting type attack in this game known as Counter, which isn't bad, but it's a... I don't know what the proper term for it is, but it's like an anti-priority move. You automatically go second, and it does like double the damage you take if you took physical damage. So essentially if you were hit with a fighting type, normal type, bug, ground, you know, depending on the type of attack, it affects whether it's special or physical. But only if you take physical attacks does it actually deal any damage. So Hitmonchan being very weak to Psychic, if it got hit by a Psychic, which is a special attack, then it wouldn't deal any damage. It'd be like a wasted turn. So, Counter is only effective if your opponent uses a physical type attack against you, and you just can't really account for what kind of attack your opponent's going to use. That's why we're not going to use Counter. A Sky Attack. Can I learn that? Nope. It's not. Sky Attack works like Fly, because there is a charge-up phase associated with it. Nice. Okay, now I can just do whatever I want. I'll just stick to Comet Punch, even though it's not going to do like any damage. You can't fight back anymore, so... Nice, got 5. Alright, got him. Marowak isn't a terrible Pokemon to catch. You can get Cubone over in the Lavender Town Pokemon Tower, though. So many encounters. Fortunately, the unevolved Pokemon like this Geodude are like 20 levels behind, so you shouldn't have any issue at all running away from them. I know there are hidden items here, I just honestly can't remember where they are. Alright, yeah, you can't get anything out of pushing that up. Now, with this, you have to be careful about how you maneuver all of the rocks in this dungeon. It's very easy to get the rock sort of stuck in a position where you can't move it anymore. In this case, you have to push it left first, because if you just pushed it straight down, it would be caught in this little nook over here and you wouldn't be able to move it. Victory Road also is not as long as I remember it being as a kid. I think it's only like 3 floors, maybe 4. And it's just a lot of those button puzzles, really. I would go Clefable and just hit it with Psychic, but with Clefable being half health, a well-placed fighting type attack could actually finish it off pretty easily. In this case, Haunter's probably not even going to be touched because its attacks aren't going to be able to affect it. Go ahead and hit him with the old overpowered combo. Nice. Does it say it was super effective? Oh, right. Dream Eater is Psychic type. I thought it was Ghost. That's actually the best sort of combo I have right now for fighting types, is just to use Dream Eater. Because chances are, if it's a fighting type Pokemon, none of its attacks are going to affect Haunter in the first place. So Haunter is my counter to fighting types. I want to say we encounter a Machamp during the Elite Four somewhere. Maybe Bruno, that makes sense. The first trainer. Alright. If you saw right there during the load screen, you could see the blocks that were erased by the buttons that we pressed earlier. Anyway, there's Moltres right there on the top side of the screen. We'll catch him. But not at the second, but we will catch him at some point while we're here. Speaking of legendary birds, at Pokemon Go Fest, apparently Pokemon, or Team Mystic, the blue team, contributed the most in terms of like Pokemon caught or something. So Articuno is going to be the first of the legendary birds introduced into Go, in addition to Lugia from Generation 2. TM5, is that something we need? Come on, submission. Nope. Mega Kick has low accuracy. It's a high damage dealing normal type attack with low accuracy, so you can put that in sort of the same category as Fire Blast and Thunder. Except it's normal, so it never really would have been that useful anyway, but... I don't know why, I feel like headphones feel like they're falling off my head. Come on. Are you kidding me? Yes, reduce my defense so you can hit me with no attacks. Alright. For the trainer here. Alright, Drowsy is a relatively weak psychic type, so we'll put Beedrill out. Hopefully he doesn't, oh, he withdrew. How unusual. Okay, that's fine. Twin Needle it is. Really, the threats to Beedrill are Kadabra and Alakazam. Like, Hypno and Drowsy can hit for a lot of damage if they use Psychic, but chances are they're going to know Confusion, which is quite a bit weaker. They could also use Psybeam, potentially, but again, much more common to find on a Kadabra and Alakazam. This trainer likes to switch out Pokemon. I don't know why. It doesn't help him at all. Yeah, this is a nice opportunity for Beedrill to get some experience and sort of get caught up. Alright, so here we have a Kadabra. It's 2 levels lower. Nope, okay. Psybeam might be enough to kill him, I don't know. Really, Psychic is the huge threat. Psybeam is really tough though. Yeah, well, that was a critical, so... Okay. Charizard it is. We'll just use a revive on Beedrill. It would have been nice to just go ahead and knock everyone out with the Beedrill, but that's okay. At 48 Charizard... Oh no, okay, it's 46. Awesome. Yeah, we need flamethrower because we are going to replace Ember, which is, I'm pretty sure, the first move that Charmander ever learned. Flamethrower is equally accurate, but deals a lot more damage. In fact, we'll go ahead and test it out against this Kadabra, because we want him to burn. He destroyed our Beedrill. Oh, okay. Dig would have been better, I guess. I guess that makes sense. Its special stat is going to be way higher than its defense. You'll notice Charizard wasn't critically hit, and it's not super effective, hence why it didn't just, well, I would say drop like a fly, but it's an unintentional pun, even though Beedrill is a bee, I suppose the point remains. Alright, let's go ahead and... Max Revive seems like it's worth saving for the Elite Four. We'll just use a regular Revive. And some Hyper Potions. Time to just go ahead and heal up around the board. Yeah. Super Potion could have healed that much, but we'll leave Clefable as is. We'll probably take another hit or two before it's in danger. Now there's a switch, if you noticed, way over on the west side of the path I'm on right now. You have to push a block pretty far to get it there. The exit, by the way, is right there on the right. You have to end up on the other side of that wall. But we still have some trainers and some items to pick up. Would have been nice to have dropped off items. Worst case scenario, we just leave them and come back afterwards, pick them up. All subsequent hits are going to be criticals. Okay. I don't know why these Persians are picking up as so tanky, because usually Persian really isn't that tanky. It just kind of is. No particularly good attacks, no high defense, no high attack. I'm not really sure how it's outspeeding my Beedrill at this point. Oh my god. Alright, well, Beedrill remains dead. I'm not going to use another revive on him. Be nice if Hitmonchan learned a decent fighting type attack on his own, being that his only type is fighting. It's fine. Ugh. It's going to be so annoying to deal with. I can actually just toss this escape rope. Because we have Dig anyway. If we needed to get out immediately with Charizard knowing Dig, it works the same way as Escape Rope. But you don't have to actually use an item. Another psychic type trainer. Mr. Mime can learn Confusion, which can hit for a decent amount of damage, but we're just gonna sidestep that hopefully by using Clefable here. Its attack rose. It probably has Light Screen and Barrier, which increase its... no, I don't think this Pokemon actually has any attacks then. Because Barrier is probably its final attack. Okay, Double Slap. Yeah, there's no threat at all. I used Strength with Clefable here because it used Light Screen, which heavily increases its defense to special type attacks. And since Strength is physical, it can still deal quite a bit of damage. Alright, done with that Joker. Pretty sure I had a full heal in my inventory. I don't know why it would have taken another... Oh no, that was a full restore I had in my inventory. Okay. Alright, I guess we'll just get rid of the 2 Awakenings then. I bought those forever ago and really haven't had to use them anyway. Alright, submission. We are going to teach this to Hitmonchan. Getting rid of Comet Punch because it's bad. Low accuracy, each hit doesn't do very much damage, and it's actually fighting type. So Hitmonchan now finally has a fighting type attack. With that, I think the team's attacks are all set and they're all in place now. Because Charizard learned Flamethrower. Let's take a look. I missed a TM back in Cinnabar Mansion. Dang it. Alright, well, I'll figure that out when I get there. Or when I get to the actual Indigo Plateau. Because I have a Spearow in my box. I think it can learn Fly. If not, I'll just go power level it real quick to Fearow, and that should be able to fly. I would certainly hope anyway. We're pretty close to having defeated all of the trainers in Victory Road. It's a bad matchup. Executor is pretty tanky. I think the only reason it went down in one hit there is because it was a critical. These are pretty decent Pokemon that this trainer has. Another critical. Arcanine doesn't learn very good moves, but it's really fast. So, unfortunately my Nidoking is much faster. Well, unfortunately for him. I missed a TM in the Cinnabar Mansion. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. Oh, Max Revive is nice. Again, we'll save those items for the Elite Four. Max Revives are not items that you can buy anywhere in the game, so... Alright, this rock. I need to figure out what it is I'm supposed to do with it. Another trainer there. Okay, the rock goes there. Got it. go ahead and start pushing this. We'll go battle that trainer. Or, well, we'll battle the trainer first. The Venomoth, what's that doing in here? Leech Life is like the lowest form of Mega Drain. I think later they introduced Giga Drain, but I don't think that move was in Generation 1. Alright, let's start pushing this rock over to the west. Another Venomoth. That's not great. Okay. Well, Hitmonchan is dead. Probably won't revive him either. He and Beedrill are least useful Pokemon. They're useful, I mean, that's why we kept them around, but compared to Clefable, Charizard, Haunter, and Nidoking, Hitmonchan and Beedrill are kind of second tier. Anyway, I believe we're over halfway through Victory Road now. I don't remember the map exactly, and there's still Moltres to be caught. Might come back for that after we've cleared this. In fact, at this point, I might go ahead and use a Max Repel. I'm sort of holding off to do that so that we can get experience, but now that 2 Pokemon are defeated, I think this is just safer. Press that switch. Any items here? Apparently not. Alright. I'm really low on bag space. 47. What's 47? Explosion. I don't want to teach that to anyone. Alright. At least you don't have to worry about encounters for a little while. Thinking here. Okay, yeah, we come back for that later on. So we need to go to the northwest and go down the ladder that was near the button that we just pressed first. And I threw out my awakenings not too long ago. Alright, well, that's fine. I'll just use a full heal. I don't have time to let this guy just kind of wail on me. Oops, not that. Hopefully he doesn't just use Spore again. Wouldn't surprise me, but... this should one-shot him. Rock being super effective against Bug. Apparently not. Well, I guess I'd rather be paralyzed than slept, so... great. Should Nidoking die, we would have to use another revive on it. Well, not another, we would have to use a revive on it. Nidoking's too important. I don't mind leaving Beedrill and Hitmonchan dead. Victory Road is still challenging. Of course not. Man, game is not cooperating with me right now. Alright, well, we're just going to use Dream Eater so we can heal up some of the damage it just did. Otherwise I would have just done Thunderbolt. Nice. And to finish it off, there we go. Still one more Pokemon with this trainer. This Charizard can take care of this. One problem with Submission, which is the fighting type move that Hitmonchan knows, is that it deals recoil, and recoil is calculated based on how much damage you dealt. So when you're up against these super tanky normal type Pokemon like Chansey, you're guaranteed to end up taking a lot of recoil just because it has so much health. Alright, let's do some recovery. See, it's paralyzed. I don't think I even have any paralyzed heals anymore. That's fine. What is Hyper Potion? Use one on Clefable too. I was putting it off earlier, but starting to get kind of dicey in here. So many trainers. Bellsprout. What's that thing doing here? Aha. Go. I'll try to leave Nidoking out here and just solo this trainer, because as long as it's using grass attacks, it's not going to be very effective because Nidoking is poison. Even though it should balance out because he's also ground. But we're just risking a bit here with it being paralyzed and already missing almost 100 health. I think I'll let somebody else take out the victory bell. We'll just have to blow another Hyper Potion. Nice, got him. Charizard sort of maintaining his slight lead on the rest of the party in experience. Nice. Probably could have prepped better in terms of buying more recovery items, but that's okay. I think we're going to ultimately be fine. It's just riskier than it could have been. It's okay, it makes it more challenging anyway. This isn't a great matchup. But there's still one attack that I'm missing from my party, and it's because I accidentally missed the TM earlier. Oh, silly. I don't know how that's possible. I thought I picked up everything. Actually, I might even have it in my inventory and I just wasn't paying attention. 22, TM 22. I'll take a look after this. We'll just let Haunter take care of all this. Special stat is so high that Thunderbolts are pretty good. They're a pretty nice compliment. Compliment? I'm not even sure that's the right word there. But Thunderbolt's a nice pick for Haunter or Gengar because of its special stat being so high. Alright. Check inventory. Looking for TM22. I didn't think I missed any items back in the Cinnabar Mansion. There it is. Alright, so we're going... I've just been sitting with this in my inventory. Totally forgot about it. We are going to teach Clefable Solar Beam, even though we're likely not to use it. Getting rid of Sing. Sing has less accuracy than Hypnosis, and Hypnosis is going to be much better to know on Haunter anyway. Because we're going to do the Dream Eater combo. So now the team is finalized, all the moves are set and everything. Can't escape. That's because it's level 45. If you're more than 5 levels higher than a Pokemon, chances are it's not going to run away, but if you're closer in level than that, then there's always that chance you're not going to be able to get away. Alright, that's going to be useful later. Pushing that rock doesn't do anything. And I'm pretty sure pushing this rock up is just going to bring us back to where we were 3 trainers ago. That's fine, because we're heading up to the northwestern part of this floor. Come on. I would just like take it out in one attack, but I don't want to end up wasting too much time dealing with paralysis right now. Okay, I don't think this boulder here is actually used for anything. Bunch of Onyxes in a row. All level 45 too. Let's break this cycle. We're just gonna go ahead and kill this one. Yes, Nidoking with Surf. Even though Charizard in red and blue can't learn Fly. Which of course was a bit of a nuisance earlier in the run because I planned for Charizard to learn Fly, but since this is red and blue and not yellow, that isn't an option. So now I'm operating with a team that doesn't know Fly. And I'm really hoping that Spearow can learn Fly because otherwise I don't even have a Pokemon that's capable. Because I was incredibly minimalist in terms of catching random Pokemon. I just wanted to catch the ones I was going to use this run. Alright, so we've been on this floor before. This is just the half of the floor that we couldn't access earlier. Why so many Pokemon recently have been using Rage. Like all those Onyxes we are encountering, now this Charmeleon. It automatically takes up multiple turns, and it is supposed to do more damage at each passing turn. But altogether it's pretty weak. Although having 4 turns wasted to paralysis in a row is pretty annoying. Earthquake probably would have been more effective given that you get the same type ability boost bonus. I think it's bonus. Nidoking being ground type, but Nidoking's stats are so high that Surf is always going to do a bunch of damage anyway. Lapras. Lapras is an interesting Pokemon if you wanted to include that in your team with water and ice type attacks. You get it for free, essentially. You just talk to someone. I forget. I did it in this run, and now I can't even remember who it is. I think it's Silphco or something. You just talk to some guy, and he's like, oh, here's a Lapras. Nice. At least the confusion didn't last very long. Depending on who this is, I might just leave Haunter out and Dream Eat just to fill up the health. This is fine. Licky Tongue you get in this game by doing a trade with an NPC. I don't remember who it is or what you have to give them, but I'm fairly certain that's how you get it. It's a good thing Dream Eater is considered a psychic type attack and not Ghost, because I can use it on normal type Pokemon. Also makes it super effective against fighting type Pokemon. Alright. An Ultra Ball. So we can use it on Moltres, which is right there. Alright. This is fine. I'll try to catch the Moltres real quick. We might end up doing a few resets here. Just because Articuno was a bit of a pain. I haven't gone to catch Zapdos yet, but again, without having Fly, it'd be a bit of a pain for me to get there right now anyway. Would have been nice to freeze it. Okay, this is okay. I think. What else can I hit it with at this point? I don't want to kill it. I have to hit it with something else, so that's far too much health to catch a legendary bird with. Fire Spin is annoying. Hits for multiple turns, much like Clamp and Bind and Constrict and Wrap. Have to kind of wait it out. I wonder if I bet if I used Dream Eater would probably kill it. I'll give it a shot. I mean, worst case scenario, we just reset, so... It needs to be asleep anyway, though. Okay, nice. Its health isn't... Its health really isn't low enough to where throwing balls at it is a great idea, but I can't see how I'm going to be able to get it too much lower right now anyway. Yep. We need it to fall asleep. You're not going to catch the legendaries unless you have it with a status ailment, and the best one to have is either sleep or freeze. Not even close. Sleep isn't lasting very long either. Great, now I have to deal with multiple turns of this again. Only shaking once, and the sleep is only lasting one turn. Always a pain. There we go. Okay, we got Moltres. Alright. Sort of a roadblock out of the way. I'm not going to heal Haunter. I'll just use it strategically against something and work in a few Dream Eaters. Alright, so that's all that's up there. Let me think. Oh, do I have to move that rock again? I think I might have to move the rock again. Whenever you leave a room, the rocks always go back to their default position. I don't remember in this game if it's once you hit the rock it saves that you, or once you hit a switch with a rock, I don't remember if it saves that you have hit the switch or just checks whether the rock is currently on the switch. Oh, come on. It's ridiculous. Alright. I think it just considers whether you've hit the switch or not. Alright, I'm going to use another max repel. Of course you can see how effective that was all that time back there. It's not 100% guaranteed to keep you out of combat. Yeah, okay. It just considers whether you've hit the switch or not, because the block would have been like right up there. Okay, let's think. Oh, okay. Well, that was dumb to come over. Or did I? Now I can't remember. This victory road is a pain. Alright, we're gonna drop down here. We already pushed a rock down here earlier. Yes, okay. This needs to go to the west. We're almost done with Okay, I got you, Robbie. Well, thanks for leaving it open. We're almost done with the victory road. We've already caught mole trace. I want to say maybe there's one more trainer, but I'm pretty sure this is almost the end. Well, I know this is almost the end. I'm just not sure whether there's another trainer or not. Alright. Cool. Sounds good. Sounds fun. See ya. Alright. That's the end of the victory road. Yeah, it sounds cool, and I'm definitely down to check out that restaurant. This little puzzle here is so dumb. I don't know why they felt the need they had to make like a last minute pseudo maze right before the Elite Four there. Because if you go over to the left, then like you can't continue up to the Elite Four, but... Alright, we're at Indigo Plateau. This is where the Elite Four are located. I'm not actually sure my party is high enough level to stand a chance at all, so it's probably time to do a little bit of grinding. At least get them to 50. 43 is really low. He's not gonna, like, with Beedrill being 43, he's definitely not gonna outspeed anything. So he's gonna be worthless. Okay, let's buy a few items. I guess a few revives couldn't hurt. I guess we have to go with max potions now that we're here. We can't just buy hyper potions anymore. No, okay, that's fine. Full restores are nice, but that's a bit extreme. We're gonna save those for the Elite Four. So we're just gonna aim to grind everything up to 50, and even then that's still pretty low if you were playing this without a team that you've already sort of gotten used to. Because most of the Pokemon actually in the Elite Four are going to be in their 60s. I don't know about most, a lot of them are though. Why are these 27 or 26 Pokemon even in Victory Road? What I really want to see are some more Venomoths, Machokes, stuff that's actually worth experience. Onyx is okay in terms of what he's worth. Again with the Rage. It's okay, it's a pretty easy attack to deal with. I guess I could go full challenge mode, try to take on the Elite Four now, but we'd end up having to blow through a lot of items just to keep the team alive. Like I said, level 44 and 43 is just kind of too low. Ugh, weak. I love dealing with poison. Hey, 90s Gamer, welcome back. At this point, we've made it through Victory Road. I've gotten the Indigo Plateau, but I just don't think the team is high enough level to go charging into the Elite Four just yet. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I think Psybeam has a slightly higher critical hit chance than other psychic types attacks, but it's just putting my Hitmonchan on clown mode. I don't know. Actually, why don't we go give this a shot? With that, wait, why is that block there? That shouldn't be there. How am I supposed to get out of here? Alright, I say I'm gonna buy some items and we'll try to go through the Elite Four here. It's just, they're pretty low level. Fortunately, you can get some experience as you go, although probably not the best way to go about it. You want to be prepared before you even enter, but it's okay. Oh yeah, so many stupid items. I should just drop items off in the box real quick. Not that I'm going to be picking anything up in the Elite Four, but just to sort of clear up my inventory. Oops. Don't need the Moonstone. Or any of these TMs. Yeah. My box is full. Okay, that's great. Yeah, I love the music here. I was... the first time I played it, I was so bad at this game. So the Elite Four, I must have taken them on like, I don't know, 30 times almost before I beat them. So I got used to this music, not in a good way. Alright, we have some rare candies. I would prefer to just grind, but at the same time, it's easier for me to just boost a few levels onto my guys here. So we'll use our rare candies to get Beedrill and Hitmonchan caught up. Yeah, they are tough. What I'm fearing the most right now is actually the rival and his Alakazam. So far, using Dig with Charizard is the only way I've been able to deal with that. Oh, why is Clefable a level behind? Okay. There we go. Alright, all the rare candies are gone. I had 10 of them. I feel like there are probably more throughout the game, but it's okay. I think I have some Carbos and items like that in here too. Yeah, I can use these to get a few stat bonuses. You saying you gotta go? So I don't know if GTG is gonna be good to go or got to go. Maybe I just have the one item like that. Any useless items in here? Okay. We can definitely just dump the secret key in there. Can't destroy it anyway. Alright, I think everyone is caught up. Iron is... Why can I never remember this? I just used the items like 5 seconds ago. Okay, 5 seconds is an understatement. Okay, iron is defense. And I'm going to use that on Nidoking. Whether that's logical or not, I don't know. But I think we're okay. Go ahead and save it, which means we're committing the use of our rare candies. But yeah, 90s Gamer, if you do have to go, sorry, like I said, I don't know if by G2G you meant got to go or good to go, but if you do have to go, thanks for tuning in. It's always fun to have you hang out. And I hope you'll tune in again when we get onto the N64 for Pokemon Stadium. Alright, here we go. Lorelei's up front. Let's see how Hitmonchan fares. I'm not sure that he's actually going to do too much damage. Yeah, we'll probably just need to switch out Haunter. Aha, and it put itself to sleep. Haunter could even start using Dream Eater. Should this go poorly, I can take out all of my max elixirs and items of that nature too. Because those are going to be useful in terms of recovering PP, which will definitely be a little bit, well, definitely will be an issue as we make our way through. Nice, that critical hit made it so he couldn't rest up. Ooh. I always want to think that Clamp is a normal type attack. I don't really understand why it's considered water. And it must be water, because I don't know what else it would be. Alright, I'm gonna attempt a Dream Eater. Although this really isn't... Slowbro isn't the best Pokemon to use it on, with it being Psychic, but... I think I'll just stick to Thunderbolt here. Either way, Sleep is a good idea, just because if it hits me with Psychic or something, Haunter would definitely die, since it's Poison type. Alright. Oop. Don't die. Oh, come on. Okay, well, we're gonna have to use one of our max revives pretty early, because it's unacceptable for Haunter to be defeated. Jinx is Psychic and Ice. With it being Ice, it's actually weak to Fire type attacks. Of course, that should be normal effective because I'm flying in Fire, which should round it out, being super effective and not very effective, but the rules, I guess, are slightly different. As you can see, the Pokemon we're up against are 9 or 10 levels higher than the rest of, or than all of my Pokemon, so Hydro Pump is a high damage dealing water type attack, but it has relatively low accuracy. You can compare it to like Fire Blast and Thunder. Naturally, since it's the bot using it, it's never gonna miss, but yeah, this isn't going to work. I'm having this much trouble on the first trainer, there's no way that this is going to pan out. unless I like use a huge amount of items after each battle. Oh, come on. We'll see if I have the items for it. Alright. Actually, it might be best to save the max revives for when I'm in battle. I'll stick to that rule from now on. Because that way I can revive and recover all its health in one turn as opposed to having to use 2 turns to revive and then heal. Alright, Haunter being at low health like that is not great, but it does have the ability to put stuff to sleep, and Bruno's going to be a good match for him. But yeah, as long as I can put something to sleep and use Dream Eater a few times, we'll be okay. Okay, we do take some recoil here. So a submission is not like your ideal fighting type attack, but there aren't that many good fighting type attacks in this game in the first place. Alright, now is Haunter's moment. Although Hitmonchan knows a lot of non-fighting type attacks, so we'll see. I think we're okay. Nope. Really need the Hitmonchan to, or the Hypnosis to work. Okay, yeah, this should be a full heal for Haunter then. Okay, nice. And perfect. We'll just stick to Haunter here. Yeah, but Counter is a move that Hitmonchan naturally learns, but as I was saying earlier, it only deals damage if you're hit with a physical attack the turn you use it. So, you know, none of my attacks with Haunter are physical attacks. Of course, it wouldn't affect me anyway, but so it wouldn't deal any damage. That's why, in my opinion, it's not a very good move. Alright, we could do Surf, we could do Ice Beam. I'm actually going to do Earthquake because you get the stab, and it's going to be super effective because Ground is super effective on Rock. And he is both Rock and Ground. Well, as long as he keeps using Rage, he's not going to be doing like any damage to me. Rage does damage, more damage with each turn that passes, but I mean for like the first 2 or 3 turns it's like pretty negligible. I mean he only dealt 6 damage to, or dealt, not dealt, he only dealt 6 damage to me. As our first sight of Machamp throughout the entire game. That X defend isn't going to help him, with Dream Eater being a special type attack. Not surprising that it's going to take 2 hits. I'm going to use Dream Eater again, just in case he had used a recovery item. He didn't, but that's fine. Alright, so Bruno was... I think we made it through that battle pretty much unscathed. I might have gotten hit with Hitmonchan right at the beginning, and Nidoking with 1 round of Rage, but... Let's see. do this. She is the ghost type Elite Four member, but I'm pretty sure she also has some psychic type Pokemon. Let's see how this goes, because I'm pretty sure she has a Haunter and or a Gengar, so Clefable's going to be a good match. It will go for the Hypnosis Dream Eater combo. It's not surprising. Okay. I might have to switch out and back in, but we'll see what she plays next. Okay. Well, I'm gonna stick to using... Okay, good. Got out of confusion. That was lucky. This might not kill it. Yeah, it didn't even deal that much damage, but I don't know why she just used Dream Eater without having put me to sleep. But that's pretty common that she's just going to spam Hypnosis Dream Eater. Okay. Well, it's time to switch out then. I don't want Dream Eater to hit any of my Pokemon because it's also going to heal her. Besides, Nidoking and Charizard have ground type attacks, which will also be super effective. Oh, well, this is just annoying. Yeah, I can't let anything stay out that's slept here. It's just too risky. Of course, he keeps using status ailment moves. Of course. Okay. Gengar is a pain to deal with, but we took care of him. 2 Pokemon are asleep, which is annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Of course, now I wish I had those awakenings that I had to throw away earlier, but we're just gonna let Nidoking take care of this Haunter too. Nice, okay. Alright, let Nidoking do this as well. And easy. And we'll let Nidoking take care of the final Gengar. So yeah, that's 2 Gengars. It's going to deal 60 damage to me. Nightshade always deals the same amount of damage as your level. So he could use Nightshade again and it still wouldn't kill me, but it'd be at 3 health. Okay, 1 hit, nice. Alright, Lance the Dragon Trainer is up next. What do I have here? I've got full restores. Which, as much as I don't want to waste them, I kind of have to get rid of the sleep. Yeah. Oh, that's a waste, but if it's what we need to do to continue, it's fine. Besides, we still have one. Alright, let's do the max potions. I think we'll leave Hitmonchan as is. I'm not sure how useful he's going to be after this anyway. Okay. This is Lance, 4th member of the Elite Four. We need Nidoking out front. He's not a perfect counter, but he's who I know Ice Beam with. There aren't many counters to Dragon type in this game, so you kind of have to take what you can get. admittedly kind of forgot about this Gyarados because it's not a real dragon. That's okay. Alright, I'm gonna have to use a Dream Eater if possible, just to heal up, otherwise Thunderbolt would have been ideal. Yeah, it's not even dealing that much damage. Okay, Gyarados down. Okay, well, you can increase your speed all you want, but in the end, that was a waste of 2 turns. Yeah, Nidoking is going to be our main hitter here because no one else is going to have anything that's super effective against Dragonairs or the Dragonites. Okay, Aerodactyl. I mean, I could stick with Nidoking. I'll stick with Nidoking. I was thinking of just trying to split up some of the fight with other Pokemon, but it's okay. Alright, he's gonna have to recharge next turn. It's just a normal type attack. It is really powerful, but it wastes 2 turns. Okay. Well, that's annoying, the fact that he just got a critical, but he can't do any... He's not supposed to be able to do anything in the turn after using Hyper Beam, I guess because he knocked out my Pokemon. It ignored the fact that he was supposed to have a cooldown turn. But this is problematic for the Dragonite, so we might have to use a Max Revive mid-battle here to bring back Nidoking. Oh, come on. Okay. Or at least it forced the recharge that time. Although missing twice, or getting confused twice in a row was pretty annoying. Okay, we're done with confusion. Would be nice to reduce its speed if I could get the next attack, but of course not. Alright, Aerodactyl's gone, which just leaves Dragonite. Which, I mean, it's kind of a big deal. Dragonite is not easy. We'll see how Haunter fares, and if Haunter gets destroyed, then we throw out Hitmonchan and let Hitmonchan die. And in that time, we'll revive Nidoking. Just gonna have to spam Dream Eater. It's the only way to stay alive right now anyway. Plus Thunderbolt wouldn't be very effective. Okay, well. Now that it's faster than me, there's always that chance I'm gonna waste a turn with Dream Eater. Because if I was faster, I could still hit it with Dream Eater even on the turn when it wakes up. Nope, okay, another wasted one, because it lasted 1 turn. Well, right now it's just building up essentially immunity against physical attacks with all those barrier usage, and it's going to be faster than anything I can throw out against it. It still has 2 attacks that it hasn't used. Nice, actually get more than 1 hit of Dream Eater off in the sleep phase. I think we'd still need to hit it with 2 more Dream Eaters, and I think Lance will probably heal his Dragonite before it dies. Yeah, there's the Hyper Potion. At least he can't wake up this turn, but either way. Nice, we got a full cycle of sleep. It will wake up next turn, so I might as well just use Hypnosis again, although my PP is getting pretty low here. Oh, no, damn. Alright. I guess in the first... oh, that's right, he skipped a turn. Yeah. Of course. That was stupid. Okay. I only have 1 more PP of Dream Eater, yeah. I can hit him with Thunderbolt, but it's not going to do very much damage at all. Well, he's not fighting back. I'm assuming because his only attacks are normal type? I think he has Takedown. I thought he had something else that was better than that. Whatever, okay. So, if you want to take out Dragonite easy, just throw out a Ghost type Pokemon apparently, because he's not going to attack you. Alright, Lance is down, but this is not over yet. Alright. Now we want everyone to be completely healed up. Alright. Might seem like a waste to use a max potion on Hitmonchan right now, but like I said, we have to go into this fully prepared. I also need to use some PP recovery items, although I didn't really pull out the ones that I had in the bank. I know that... Let's see, I think I used the Elixir on Haunter, because Elixir recovers all, and Ether recovers all of 1 move. Do I not have a max Elixir? But I had one. Okay, or not. I'm actually not even sure who to use it on. Like, I could, if Ether only recovers 1 attack, then with Haunter it's not really that useful because recovering only Hypnosis or only Dream Eater isn't effective. I would need them both to be maxed out. For some reason, I thought I had a max Elixir though. I guess I stupidly put it in the bank. Yeah, the only person who would need really much recovery is Haunter. Beedrill hasn't even been used, so... Alright. So in this case... I'm gonna look this up before I use it and waste it. Max Ether, I'm pretty sure only recovers 1 particular attack, and Elixirs all of them. Yeah, selected move. Yeah, okay. Earthquake is the one we want to recover here. If I had a max elixir, I would use it on Haunter, because at this point he can't use Hypnosis or Dream Eater. And if we die here, we have to do all this again. I intentionally didn't save just because I didn't want to have a whiteout to this. I'd rather fight it all in one go. Makes it more challenging. Alright, here we go. Final battle of the game. And this battle is not easy. Alright. It should be Pidgeot. Nope, of course not. Are you kidding me? Alright, so that Sky Attack that it's getting ready to use, it's glowing. Unlike Fly, it doesn't move it out of range, it just has a charge turn. But obviously it never got that off. Alright, Alakazam is my biggest fear throughout this entire thing. I'm hoping I can get Dig off before I get destroyed in one hit. Okay. It doesn't affect Dig's damage, so... Oh, I guess it does. Okay, well Charizard's definitely going to be dead. I'll throw out Beedrill and see if I can get a Twin Needle off, but at this point it's going to do so little damage it doesn't even matter. Yeah, okay, so Beedrill's dead. So the next question is, who dies? I guess Hitmonchan dies in exchange for me reviving Charizard. That's the only thing there is to do right now. Because he's just going to use another Psychic type attack, and there's no way that Hitmonchan survives it. Yep. Alakazam is broken. So bad. And it can heal itself, so all the better. Still has the reflect up from earlier, so it lasts for 5 turns if I'm not mistaken. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Alright, well, we're gonna go back to using Dig now. I think we should manage to survive. No, I don't know, this might actually kill Charizard again. Just barely hung on. It's not going to be easy after this, but this Alakazam is by far the biggest issue out of the entire Elite Four plus one in the game for me. Hoping for a critical or something with Dig, because otherwise we're probably looking at a repeat of last time. Gonna get it really low, not kill it, and then he's gonna use a full restore or something. Okay, got a critical hit. Thank you. We can put out Nidoking for this. I'm gonna use Ice Beam next. I lose the stab, but I'm pretty sure Rhydon's special stat is much lower than his defense. Plus, you always had that off chance, so you're gonna freeze him anyway. What do you mean my chat thing might not be working? Which chat thing? The one that's actually on my display. Oh. Huh. I didn't know you had said anything. Damn it, now I don't remember what he's playing next. I don't remember what he's playing next. Okay. Oh, yeah, this is an incorrect choice. I might as well have just left out... might as well have just left out, Nero King, that's fine. Of course. Well, there you go. Wasted the last PP of, Drain Meter. Actually, don't. I'm going to switch out Haunter. I don't want him to use any more PP with Thunderbolt because I have to save that for Blastoise anyway. I might even use a full restore on Haunter. Alright, he's going to take some recoil. Yeah, it must have auto-blocked your last message because I didn't see it. Of course. That's actually not a big deal that he just did that. Although I am low with PP with Dig, it should be fine. Takedown does deal quite a bit of damage, and Charizard's dead. Okay. This isn't gonna deal like any damage. Doesn't do anything in player battles. Okay. Executor. Can I... I can't switch. I actually have to use a turn to... I don't need him to be full health, I don't think. Unless he hits me with... Yeah, I'm just gonna have to use my max revive here. Just in case I bring out Charizard and it uses Psychic or something. Because Clefable doesn't actually have anything that's gonna be very good here. I can hit him for some damage, but... yeah, it's not really worth anything there. Of course. Are you kidding me? Of course, since I'm using items, these don't count as turns for passing the time with sleep. Behind Moana? I think I've missed the reference there. I've seen Moana, I saw it with you guys, but I've missed the reference to the game being played. Okay, I have no full restores. All I have are repel or revive, so I essentially just have to like let him die and revive him so that he won't be asleep anymore. I mean, this is so busted right now. Yeah, I'm under leveled. I didn't really feel like grinding on stream, so... Right now, it's this Executor and Blastoise, and Blastoise will be a joke. I just have to get this Executor out of the way as long as it would stop putting me to sleep. Did you see that? As soon as I go to switch something out, it like automatically goes to put me to sleep. It's ridiculous. Now, what would be nice is if I could freeze it. Man, this is getting old. I mean, if I have to, I'll just let Nidoking die again, switch to Clefable, use a revive on Nidoking. I mean, because it's not letting me out of sleep. Level doesn't affect that. It's just a random roll between 2 and, I think in Generation 1, 2 with 6 turns as opposed to 2 and 5 like all the others. It's just really working against me here and just keeping me 2 of my Pokemon constantly slept. Yeah, all of Clefable's attacks are going to be not very effective, aside from Strength, which isn't going to do very much damage anyway. And see, this is the JD of battling here. I've got 3 Pokemon asleep right now. I don't think that this game plays by PP with NPCs either, so it's not like he's going to run out of PP with Hypnosis. So we can expect to see it again here, yep. Of course, if I get him too low, he's going to heal up. Okay, he's frozen. He can't fight back anymore. Unless I hit him with a fire-type attack, he can't get out of that. Unless he uses a full restore. Okay, he's dead. There's no PP for Hypnosis or Dream Eater, so I have to rely on Thunderbolt, which isn't a terrible thing, but that does leave me open to get attacked by really powerful moves such as Hydro Pump there. That's okay, this should be over now. Nope, of course. Yay! Of course, he already knew that his health was going to be that low, that's why he preemptively used the full restore, right? Withdrawal doesn't help him. There we go. That was Pokemon Blue right there. Yeah, he didn't hold the crown too long. You'll notice that Beedrill was never used for anything. Ideally, you want him in your party to be able to deal with Psychic-type Pokemon, but when it comes to Alakazam, he's completely worthless because he's too slow. Alright, here's the team. Nice. No, I don't think any of my Pokemon ever surpassed level 50. And there you have it. There's Pokemon Blue. 18 hours. Good, good. Yeah, you're trying. Woo! Alright, so the next plan is to import these Pokemon to Pokemon Stadium and to beat the gym leaders with them. I think at this level they'll be okay. I don't actually know what level the trainers are in Pokemon Stadium, because I think I only ever used like rental Pokemon, because when I was a kid all my Pokemon were garbage. They wouldn't have been able to beat the trainers in Pokemon Stadium. Well, this has been a fun sort of playthrough. Did every bit of this game on stream in 2 to 3 hour chunks. Alright, when I open the game back up, I'll be back in Pallet Town. Because at this point, really, in Blue, the main thing that opens up once you beat the game is that you can access the unknown dungeon north of Cerulean City and go catch Mewtwo. Mewtwo also has a really, really good moveset. So if you wanted to just like absolutely destroy everything, you just use a level 70 Mewtwo, because that's what level it is when you catch it. Alright, let me think. I don't know if my capture card is going to mess up. So I'm going to go ahead and call the stream here, and I'll see if I can get the N64 set up in a timely manner. And if so, I'll start back up, and we can start the transfer and go ahead and get started on Pokemon Stadium. Or if not, I don't know. Let's see. Who's watching? I know Robbie's here. If there are any other viewers, you can give your input if you'd like me to start Pokemon Stadium now, or I can wait. I don't know. It's only 10:15 on a Saturday, so I know people might have plans and things like that, so if there's any feedback, I'm down to hear it. If not, I am going to bring the stream down regardless, because I'll have to set up the capture card for N64. I never know how long it's going to take for my computer to recognize it, because it's really inconsistent. But thanks for tuning in, and I might be back in about, I don't know, 10 or 20 minutes. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. If you liked what you saw, be sure to follow. I do plan on doing some more Pokemon runs in the near future with completely different teams. The next step will be to do Pokemon Stadium. So if that interests you, be sure to follow so you know what's going on and when it's happening. And thanks again, everyone. I'll see you later.